Hi there, guys. I'm I'm back, and I probably have already kind of semi covered this in my update video I did a few videos ago. But I just wanted to kind of, I guess, for as dramatic as this sounds, as stupid as this sounds, as childish as this sounds, I wanted to do this for my own kind of personal therapy. Um, for those of you who have known me for a while or have watched my videos for a while or just don't know me in general, I fucking love video games. I always have and I always will. And there's no way of saying this without coming across like a fanboy or me throwing my toys out of the pram. So I'm just going to say it and speak from the heart. I'm not going to edit this in any way. You're going to have some Helldivers gameplay, ironically, in the background that I need to use up. But basically, the title of the video is going to be something to the effect of I'm not getting a PS6 and it's heartbreaking, or I'm heartbroken, something like that. Very clickbaity title, but it's the truth. It's the honest truth. So I did elaborate on this X amount of days ago when I put up the update video. Pretty much, this is all subject to change. But realistically, I don't think it's going to change. So, if you've been living under a rock and or you don't follow gaming news or don't follow PlayStation specific news, Sony announced, I think it was maybe 5 weeks ago now, that as of January 2028, they will be stopping production of physical Ultra Blu-ray discs for PlayStation games, which essentially means if a game does not come out for PlayStation 5 before Jan 2028, it will not get a physical release. So there's a lot of games coming out this year. As a recording, it's the 26th of July in 2026. So they've got the rest of this year, we've got the entire year 2027, and then December 2028, December 2027 is the end. That's the last month we're getting physical PS5 games, and potentially the last time we will be ever getting any physical PlayStation games of any form. There's a lot of friction and fighting and discourse and disagreements and debates and all the other words that you can use for arguments online. Not really, I wouldn't say there's been like a civil war with PlayStation fans, but there's been two very different divisive opinions. You've got the people who basically are like, well, I mostly buy digital anyway, so I don't give a shit. This doesn't affect me. And you've got the other side of the camp where I am, where I'm not going to sit here on like a throne and act like I'm better than everyone because I buy physical. That's not the case. I just buy what I like to buy, and I like to get it physically in case I don't like it. Because the thing is, video games are very expensive. They're expensive to make and they're expensive to buy. And as time goes on, especially with the PS5 generation, that I have had less time to play games. I have a very busy work schedule Monday through Friday. I go swimming a couple of nights a week with my girlfriend. I also go out with my girlfriend and other friends and stuff, and so my social life and my work life has very much overtaken my hobby time. And if I have hobby time, it's normally me going out and doing go-karting or, doing something with my girlfriend that's like something we both enjoy, like going to a museum or, etc., etc. So what I'm trying to say is my time for gaming has significantly reduced. So with the limited time I have available, I kind of like going to my comfort zone, and I like either playing something new that I'm really excited to play, which I don't own this yet as a recording, but something like a Pragmata, where I want to give that a go. I've been interested since the reveal trailer back in 2020 with the PS5 stream. I played the demo, loved the demo. I thought it was really good, and I didn't pre-order the game. I didn't buy the game at launch because I knew when it came out, I think it was in April, or I think it was end of April, I was just going to be busy. I think I was on holiday or other stuff, and I knew I wasn't going to have time for it. So my attitude was, why am I going to spend full price on a video game that's going to cost me 70 quid or 50 quid, whatever it was, when I'm not even going to get a chance to fucking play it for a few months? I might as well wait till I'm free and I have the time available, and then get the game when I actually want to play it. Plus, also, it's going to be cheaper physically. This is the thing with the digital side of it. If Capcom or Sony decide they don't want to do a sale, that game's not going on sale. But Sony and Capcom don't have to consult as much or at all with people like Amazon or Smith's Toy Store or Game.co.uk or trying to think of other retailers. Like Curry's or PC World, whatever they're called. I think it's just Curry's. But you get my point. There's Argos. At least in the UK, there's multiple retailers that I can go and buy a physical game from. And I will I've got all the apps on my phone, and I'll have a look and see what's the most convenient for me in terms of pricing and all of this stuff. Make a decision, and I'll either buy it and go collect it, or I'll buy it and ask for it to be delivered like Amazon, whatever. Or if I'm browsing, let's say, a CEX where there's the used games, if I don't mind getting a second-hand copy instead of a brand new copy, I'll go there and I'll go either trade in a few things or I'll go see if I can snag a good, decent resale copy. And you won't get that with digital. You really won't. I got for my birthday £60 worth of PlayStation Store vouchers. So I treated myself to some old PS1 classics on Vita, which I'm pretty sure I went through this in the update video, so I won't rattle off all the games. You can go watch that one. It literally was uploaded a few weeks ago. And I also treated myself to Black Ops 1 and 2, the ports on PS4 and 5, but I got the PS5. Well, you get both PS4 and 5 versions when you buy the license, but I play the PS5 version. But yeah, I've been playing those, and I've been enjoying my time with them. They're a little bit. There was issues with connection and the fucking exploiting, hacking. Well, not hacking, but modifying bastards and shit. So they've had to counter that, which they seem to have fixed that now. And the connection is peer to peer. It's not dedicated servers like back in the day. So it's very much of its time playing it like it's back in 2010, 2012, respectively. Which I remember having a good time with both those games. More so Black Ops 1. Friends of mine will know I can't fucking stand Black Ops 2. I think it's the most overrated fucking COD in history. When the connection works and everything is flowing nicely, it's a decent game, Black Ops 2. When the connection is a bag of fucking shit and I have to empty half a fucking mag of my MTAR assault rifle into someone and they turn around and fucking shit scope me, that's when I lose my fucking rag, because it feels like I'm shooting blanks and none of my guns do fucking anything, especially the submachine guns at medium to long range. I know they're a close quarters kind of weapon, but you can't fucking tell me that half a mag of a fucking MP7 isn't enough to kill someone at decent range. I'm sorry, the fucking thing holds like 30 or 40 rounds. It's like, I appreciate it's going to take more bullets than an assault rifle, but fuck me, if I'm hitting all of them and I'm getting hit markers and then someone can fucking two-shot me with a fucking pistol across the map, with a TAC 45 like back in the day, it's fucking horseshit. Anyway, rant over. Mini rant over. So I do partake in digital. I do partake in digital. If I've got no other choice or there is genuinely a good price, then I will do a digital. For prime example, I bought Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition on PS4 digitally. I think it was £3 or £8 when it was on sale instead of being the full 30, whatever the fuck. So I got that. I went online looking for a second-hand copy because they weren't doing any new copies anymore. And no shit, it was like something fucking ridiculous, like 30, 40, 50 plus pounds. Which it didn't even retail at 50. People were just reselling them. And I'm like, okay, well, clearly the better option here is to do it digitally. So I did. But that is a once in a blue moon fucking situation because Pragmata is like probably still full price. In fact, let me go on my phone while I'm recording this. Let me go on the PlayStation app because I don't own the game. Of course, you want me to fucking sign in while I'm on video. Anyway, I'll do that. But yeah, prime example is like that. That's a once in a blue moon situation. I'm not gonna do that if I can get a physical copy. So another example while this is logging me the fuck in. It's annoying when that happens. Yes, my PlayStation 5. Yeah, when I was looking, me and my girlfriend were talking about trying this new Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Well, not new, but a couple of years ago it came out. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora game. We looked on PlayStation Store and we noticed it was $14.99 on sale. Well, that's not bad considering it was supposed to be 50 or 70 quid. So it was way discounted. I was like, that's not a bad price, I suppose. So I thought, okay, well let me go have a look and see how much it is and stuff. So it was, yeah, like I say, $14.99, we'll call it £15 on PlayStation Store. And then I went on to Amazon and the base game was still 45-50 quid. However, they had re-released the game with the From the Ashes, I think it was, expansion, the one themed around the third Avatar film, which I still haven't got around to watching. And you can get a physical version with that DLC, and it was £18.99, so £19. So for £4 more, yes, it is cheaper to get the digital in that situation. However, you're getting the base game, nothing else. If you want that From the Ashes add-on, I think it's like 15 or 20 fucking quid still on Steam. So you're effectively, yes, you're getting on the base game, you are getting a cheaper deal. But for £4 more, you are getting the full game, the expansion, and the ability to resell the game when you're done with it, if you so choose. You can't do that with digital. And that's just one example. Also, my PlayStation app is now loaded. So, if I want the standard edition of Pragmata, it's going to be £50. If I want the deluxe version, it is £60. And if I just go, for example, to Amazon, because I'm curious how much it's going to cost on here. No, I don't want to join Prime. Piss off. So, yeah, £50 for the standard, £60 for the deluxe. And on Amazon, it is currently, as of this recording, when I find the bloody thing, £41.98. It is £9 cheaper. Now, granted, that's not the deluxe version. It's just the standard one. But still, I'm saving nearly £10 buying a physical copy. And also, Sonic Racing Crossworlds is $34.99. How much is it on PlayStation Store right now? Because I was really interested in Sonic Crossworlds, to be fair. It looked really cool. How much are they selling it for on PlayStation Store? Fuck me. So, yeah, so it was $34.99 on Amazon. It is, as of this recording, $64.99 on PlayStation Store for the standard edition. If you want the deluxe edition... okay. So if you want the digital deluxe edition, it is currently on sale, but it's $39.99. So it's still £5. We'll call it £5 cheaper to buy a physical. And you're not getting the deluxe, I get that. But, I mean, fucking hell, it's still cheaper. And also, the retail price that Amazon is charging for it, without this discount, is $36.99. So even without this discount they've got currently running to knock a couple of pounds off Amazon, it's still fucking cheaper than the deluxe edition on PlayStation Store. This is the problem, is you're not... PlayStation and Xbox are not... so the Xbox Store and the PlayStation Store, or whatever the fuck, the Windows Store, whatever it's called on PC, by Microsoft, they are not as good as Steam. And I'm not a Valve fanboy by any fucking stretch of the imagination. If anything, I think Half-Life 2 is the most overrated game in history. It's not fucking great. I don't rate it. I don't think it's anything to write home about. I've played a little bit of the first one, and I like what I played the first one way fucking more than the second one so far. But that's the point is not Valve this, Valve that. The point is, Valve saw an opening. They were like, we can do a digital storefront. We can put our games on it. We can get people to put their stuff on it. We'll offer them this cut, and we'll do this and we'll do that. And Steam doesn't really change anything, and they win because they do things not all the time, but most of the time from a console perspective, looking into a PC perspective, they get it right. They know what they're doing, and they just do it right, and they do it well. And the games go down in price on there. I bought Left 4 Dead 2 when it wasn't on sale. And the full retail price for that was £8.50 on Steam when I paid for it. And then, of course, it was on sale for like fucking stupid 90-something% off afterwards. But, you know, I've got my money's worth out of Left 4 Dead 2. In fact, I'm playing it right now. Because the PlayStation Network has been down for the last fucking... on and off for the last few fucking days because of all this shit going round. Which, that's what digital people have got to look forward to. That's what they've got to look forward to. If the PlayStation Network, which is not fucking reliable, is the only way you can access your fucking video games, then good fucking luck. And I don't want to be that arsehole, but it's a bit like Joker. You get what you fucking deserve. If this is the future you guys want as digital people, and like I said, if this is what you do, if you buy digital only on PlayStation, that's fine. I have no problem with people spending their money how they want to spend it. What I do have a problem with is people who spend the money the way they want to spend it get judged because other people spend their money a different fucking way, which is seemingly what the digital kind of people I hear online. They're like, oh, people are crying about physical media. They're crying about this. They're crying about that. No, we're not crying as such. We want fucking player choice. Both can coexist. You can digitally buy a fucking movie, but you can also watch it on a streaming service. Or you can buy it on a fucking DVD or a Blu-ray or a 4K Blu-ray. Or even if you want to go further fucking back, and I don't know anyone that's doing the new films like it, but if you want a fucking proper vintage feel, VHS on a VCR. But you get my point, is that physical on its own offers options. You got DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K Blu-ray. They're like the main three. You've got choices in physical. Because let's put the shoe on the other foot. Say you're a digital only person, but instead of doing video games, we'll focus on the movies. If Disney never put their new releases on Disney Plus within like the 90 days or whatever it is they did, you would be forced to go to the cinema to watch a film. And there are a lot of people now with the price of the cinema costing quite a bit. I know, I go regularly. I have to have one of those Odeon subscriptions. I go to Odeon in the UK. I have to have one of them to justify going to the cinema multiple times a month. The cost of it covers two films a month. If I see 2 films a month, then I'm doing good. If I see any more than that, it's a bonus. I'm getting them for free of charge, essentially. But, obviously, if I get food and drink there, that's where the fucking price ramps up. So, say the cinema is your only way to go watch a movie. Ever. It's the only way you'll ever see a movie, and this is how much we're going to charge you. Do you think it would be acceptable for Odeon, Cineworld, and View here in the UK, but for the Americans, we'll say AMC, Cinemark, and I don't know any of the other ones, Cineplex, I don't know if that's one of them. Let's say you can only ever watch a film in the cinema, period. You can't watch it on a streaming service, you can't buy it digitally, you can't buy it on Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray or DVD, ever. So you're going to go to the cinema, you're going to go watch your film, it's going to be in the cinemas for 2 to 4 weeks, and then it's never going to be around again. You're never going to get a chance to rewatch that film unless the companies say, like a Disney decides, okay, we're going to put Avengers back in the cinema for this week, but only because we're going to do it. Oh, and by the way, when we re-release that film, we're going to charge you 3 times the price of what it would have cost back in the day because there's high demand. So instead of paying £15 for a ticket, you're now going to pay £45 for a ticket. Do you kind of see where my problem is with restricting people on how they access entertainment in general? That is what they're going to do with PlayStation games. I fucking said this to my mate Ben 5 or 6 years ago. I said to him, if PlayStation goes all fucking digital, that's where I get off the train. That's where I get off the bus. Because they will charge whatever the fuck they want. You won't own the fucking game. They will start in. I guarantee they will introduce always online mandatory license checking bullshit like Xbox was going to do with the Xbox One. And we all pushed back on it back then. So we've all fucking fallen asleep now to that shit. And when the PlayStation Store goes down like it did this week, guess what? You ain't playing fuck all. Oh, and did we mention the PlayStation 6 is going to cost £1,000 fucking pounds probably? Are you fucking high, Sony? Are you off your fucking rocker? And this goes for Microsoft if who have been, in my opinion, very rightfully quiet. They haven't said a fucking peep about physical media, which is both good marketing and also terrifying because they're not getting involved in it because they are. If they're smart, they're seeing how Sony is getting absolutely fucked on social media. Every fucking thing they put up is getting angry reactions and comments going, no disc, no buy, all this bollocks. People petitioning, I've signed a petition. It probably doesn't mean fuck all, but you know what, I'm doing my bit. And Xbox is either going to do one or two things. They're either going to try and do the opposite of what Sony did with the PS4, where they're like, hey, we'll have discs. Like, we'll do discs. Like Microsoft's like, yeah, we'll support Blu-rays, which means they've got to give Sony money because Blu-ray, if you don't know, is Sony's format. They made it. It's their format, which is why it's even more fucking confusing that they're stepping away from it because the only people they have to pay are their own fucking employees. They've not got to pay anyone for the rights to the format. Every time Microsoft sells a fucking console or sells a physical game, part of that goes to Sony because they have to pay them for the fucking Blu-ray discs. So Sony's making money on fucking Xbox. Even though it's probably a small portion, but you get my point. It's like, what the fuck? So, if what Sony, the reason I say I'm not getting a PS6, if it's going to cost £1,000, if it's going to be digital only, if there's only going to be sales when Sony decrees there's only going to be sales, if at all, and I'm relying on the fucking PlayStation Network, which literally within a month and a half of you announcing this fucking shit, PlayStation Network goes down. And it's notorious for going down. It's not secure. I never leave my card information on it. If I make a purchase, I'll do it through the app or I'll insert my card details on my PS5, buy my shit, and as soon as as soon as that purchase has gone through, I remove my fucking card information. Because if they store the card information after you've removed it, that's illegal. I'm pretty sure. I'm not like a lawyer, but I'm pretty fucking sure they can't hold on to card information if it's not saved to a profile. I've removed that shit every fucking time I've made a purchase. So, yeah, they are not secure. And if you look at, if you just flick back a few generations to the PS3 when they had the big hack that put them down for like 20-something days, that was fucking abysmal. And they're charging now for PS Plus because it was supposed to improve the service. And we were supposed to get better monthly games. We haven't got better monthly games, arguably. And the security sure shit ain't got better because it's still fucking going down. Like it's the PS3 generation. So, yeah, it's fucking shit. It's not reliable. If you're going to put your faith into Sony's PSN, if you're going to put your faith in Sony's PSN after what this has just happened here, God fucking speed. That's all I can say. I said to my brother, I guarantee people are going to try and DDoS attack Sony to show the reliability of it the week GTA 6 comes out. Because it's only fucking digital. Only fucking digital. Which, if the DDoS attack happens the week before the game comes out, when you're allowed to preload the fucking thing, people are going to be pissed. Because on PlayStation, when you pre-order, you have to put all the fucking money down. Which means people who have pre-ordered GTA 6, like, in my opinion, fucking idiots, because it's not going anywhere. You're not running out of digital copies. That's the other thing. Why the price has not gone down on digital games, Sony? Because you're not going to pay for the boxes. You're not going to pay the staff to print the fucking discs. You're not going to pay for the shipping to the retail stores. So all that's so you don't have to charge as much. That was the reason that you charged as much for physical, apparently. Oh wait, no, it was to meet your bottom lines. Let's get real. Let's not shit around the bush. That's the fucking reason. Don't fucking piss in my hand and tell me it's fucking raining. That's the reason that shit is so fucking expensive, because we want money. Because we need money and we want money and we want it now. All of it, everything. And they're typical corporation. Same with fucking Microsoft. Microsoft doesn't get a fucking pass. Nintendo doesn't get a fucking free pass. They put the price of shit up, taking advantage of fucking families. So, like, I can't justify buying a PS6. It's going to be too fucking expensive. You're going to have to pay for PS Plus, which is going to go up in price, just to play your fucking shit online. The game prices are going to go up because they can. I guarantee within the end of this decade, we're in 2026 now, by 2030, games will start costing £120. Easy. And I said this to my mate Ben 4 or 5 years ago, whenever it was. I said, if PlayStation goes all digital, shit will not go on sale. It will go on. If it does, it will be very infrequently. They will charge what the fuck they want for a video game. They will charge EA will charge £250 a year for FIFA, if they want, and you'll fucking buy it, and you'll like it. That'll be the attitude. They will charge you whatever the fuck they can charge you for a video game and get away with. And then when the game comes out, buggy and busted like a cyberpunk situation, like I said in my update video, oh, guess what? No refunds. So you're fucked. You've literally paid 250 quid for a game that doesn't fucking work, and then the developers and the publishers will fix it when they get round to it. But please pre-order the sequel that's coming out in a few years' time. No, I'm not doing that. There needs to be I still wouldn't go PlayStation even if this happened, but you need a Steam-style refund policy. You need fair and competitive pricing. You need damn good fucking sales all year round, not just summer and winter and stuff like that. Because Steam's sales are fucking unreal. I've seen people spend £50. Like my brother spent, I think last Christmas, he spent 50 quid. And he got something like 10 or 12 fucking games. And it's not like they're old as fuck games that are like a couple of quid. No, these are like pretty, within the last few years, recent releases that are heavily discounted. And with the price of games now, no normal person with a normal income or a minimum wage is paying 70 fucking pounds every month for a brand new fucking video game. No fucking chance. So, yeah, I'm not getting a PS unless they announce they're doing a disc drive and they're supporting the discs and they're going back on it. I'm not getting a PS6. And even if they do go back on it, it has heavily jaded my fucking opinion of Sony. I know they don't give a flying fuck about me on a personal level. I'm just a fucking cash pig or a cash cow for them, where I'll just give them my money and that's that. And that's what corporations do. You're not there. They're not there for you. They're there to sell you something you want and make money. End of discussion. And the way they will make more profits and the most money is by selling their shit digitally on the PlayStation Store. But I can tell you now, I'm not getting a PS6, especially if it's digitally only, because look at the PS5 generation in general, just of games. I'm currently just going to turn around and look at my shelf where my physical stuff is. I would say, I don't know how many games I've got physically off the top of my head, but I would say at least half of them are remakes or remasters. Like, I've got Alan Wake. I'll rattle them off. Why not? Alan Wake remastered. Alone in the Dark remake. Battlefield 6. That's actually an original one. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. That's a remaster update of a PS4 game. Doom the Dark Ages. New. Dread Out Remastered Collection. Clues in the title. It's 2 remasters of games that come out years ago on PC only. So it's a physical release. So it's not been on any other PlayStation consoles. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake. Clues in the title. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Granted, it's a new game, but it's a remake of Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy 16. New game. Gears of War Reloaded. Remaster of Gears of War 1 from the fucking 2006 Xbox 360. Ghostwire Tokyo, that's new. Gran Turismo 7, that's new. Helldivers 2, that's new, which you're seeing the gameplay of. Hogwarts Legacy, that's new. Judgment, it's a remaster or an update of the PS4 release. Metal Gear Solid Volume 1, Master Collection Volume 1. That is remasters of Metal Gear 1, 2, 3 from the PS2 generation. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, that's new. Resident Evil 4 Remake, it's a remake. Resident Evil Requiem, that's new. Returnal, that's new. Silent Hill 2 Remake, it's a remake. Silent Hill F, that's new. Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, that's new. Split Fiction, that's new. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, that's new. System Shock, that is a remake. Or a complete remake from the ground up. The Medium, that's new. The Midnight Walk, that's new. The Thing Remastered, it's a remaster. And then Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, that's a new game. There's a lot more, to be fair, after reading that out, there is a lot more on my shelf that's new than remake or whatever. But I would say it's 60-40 split. Like, I can't count how many there are off the top of my head, but you get my point, that there's a lot of remake. And then if you go with the PS4 generation, yes, there are remakes and stuff like that, but it's nowhere near as much. Most of the remakes I have are Resident Evil, to be fair. Like 2, 3, 4, Resident Evil 2 remake, 3 remake, etc. But you get my point. My point is, this generation, if you look at the fucking exclusives, the PlayStation exclusives, Returnal and Saros, Housemarque did 2 new games. Insomniac did Spider-Man Remaster, which wasn't that bad. Miles Morales is new. Spider-Man 2 is new. Wolverine coming out this year is going to be new. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Insomniac have knocked it out of the fucking park. They've been outstanding. I have no faults with them. Naughty Dog is the biggest offender. We've literally had, a couple of months after PS5 came out, the Uncharted Legacy collection, which was Uncharted 4 Remastered and Lost Legacy Remastered. We had Last of Us Part 1, which is a it's a remake / remaster of the first Last of Us game, done with the graphics engine of Last of Us 2. So it's The Last of Us 1 again for the 3rd generation in a row. We've had that on PS3, we've had that on PS4, and now we've had it on PS5. And it'll probably be coming to PS6 if you get my drift. And we also had The Last of Us Part 2 remaster, which is like, fuck me in the arse, really? Do we need another fucking remaster? That came out end of fucking PS4. That was the fucking year the PS4 was on its last legs, and the PS5 was on the horizon. The most amazing, and I haven't even played the fucking thing, I'm looking at it right now. The most amazing new fucking game for the PS5 generation was Astrobot. And it was a fucking platformer paying homage to all the years of PlayStation and its games like Jak and Daxter and shit like that. Where's Jak and Daxter? Where's a new Ratchet & Clank other than Rift Apart? I appreciate Insomniac's busy doing multiple projects and they're smashing it. I'm actually looking forward to Wolverine. And it will be on a fucking disc, so I will be getting it. That's the other thing. I'm not avoiding buying PlayStation games. I'm not boycotting PlayStation. But I am boycotting as much digital shit as I can. I know I bought Black Ops and stuff. I had vouchers. For those. But I'm gonna buy my games physically, and also when I get around to when there's a game that interests me, I'm gonna buy it, even if I'm not 100% on it. I'm buying it because I want a fucking copy. I nearly pre-ordered. Limited Run Games are doing a physical release of Silent Hill: The Short Message, which is a free-to-play PS5 exclusive, I believe it is. where it's like 2 or 3 hours long, and it was kind of the first Silent Hill game in a while. And I played it, I liked it, I thought it was good. Wasn't the best Silent Hill I've ever experienced, but you know, it was a free to play game. It was 2 to 3 hours long. I had a good time. It was interesting. Got me excited for 2 remake and F when eventually they came out. But they're going to charge us 70 quid for a physical release of that. And unfortunately, that's going to be worth something one day, because when the PlayStation Store on PS5 goes down and or the license for that particular game goes from Konami, you won't ever be able to play it again. It'll be like PT, where you have to basically emulate it or hope that someone's got a PS4 with the fucking thing on not updated. And yeah, that's what the situation we're going to be in. So I was very tempted to get it just to have it in my collection, to be honest. But it's a lot of fucking money to kind of justify. But no, I'm still going to be buying physical media. I've got Silent Hill Townfall pre-ordered because it's actually quite cheap on Amazon. And it looked really intriguing. I'm not one to normally pre-order games, but I just wanted it to make sure I got a copy. Because when Silent Hill 2 Remake came out, or F came out, there was some shortages of like retailers not getting them and stuff. Helldivers was the biggest offender. I got a physical copy. I have a physical copy of Helldivers 2. And obviously most people bought that fucking thing digitally. They were like, whatever. But for me, I wanted the physical. I wanted to own it. And so I have to put the disc in whenever I want to play Helldivers. But I don't give a fuck. I enjoy it. It is good. But I'm just so fucking upset with the direction that Sony's going. I really am. I just... It feels like I've been spat in the face. It feels like a spit in the face. It does. Like, thank you for the 5 generations of loyalty, but fuck yourself. And like I said, they don't give a fuck about me. And I know that. They don't give a fuck about me. They just want my money. And they're not going to be getting it with PS6. I've already had chats with my brother about options. If I was going to get a console, it would probably be a Nintendo. If Microsoft is willing to do discs, then I would consider getting a new... I would consider getting a new... fucking Jesus, on my mind's gone a new Xbox. But I would have to get the new... I would have to get the new console with a disc drive or whatever like that. But I had serious chats with my brother, and I said, if this is the direction Sony is going and they're not going to back down, then I'm probably going to have to go PC. And I'm not proud of that, because I love PlayStation a bit. It's my favourite system. I've loved it since PS1. And secondly, PC has at times given me nothing but fucking grief with troubleshooting and all this crap, and I get so pissed off with it. Like, why my game doesn't work, and why this is fucking jittery and stuttering and crap like that. Just this week, when I've been playing Left 4 Dead and Doom 3 on my PC for a bit of old time's sake, the fucking audio just randomly is cut out. And I've had to go to the sound settings and fuck around with shit just to fucking get sound out of my speakers, because of the setup that we've got to record my stuff on the Elgato. So it is a fucking nightmare. It is really fucking annoying. So yeah, I'm not fucking chuffed with that. But I have had discussions with him about how I would go into the PC gaming side of things and do all of that. Like I said, I'm not happy about it, but it fit. And like I said, this is going to sound incredibly dramatic, I don't care. There's going to be a lot of people who are essentially like PlayStation fucking refugees, where we're coming from a place to, like a sanctuary, to fucking, start again and everything. And I'm not fucking happy that after Resident Evil Code Veronica remake, we may never get another physical Resident Evil release. I'm fucking pissed about that. But if limited run games and all of them want to do PS4 or PS5 disc versions of games, I'll fucking buy them. I will buy them. The least of my concerns and the least of my OCD concerns is going to be if it says M for mature, because it's American, Canadian, fucking region coded. That's the least of my fucking worries. I'll deal with that if it means I can have a fucking disc of Resident Evil or a Silent Hill game moving forward after 2028. Yeah, it's just frustrating. I will be very curious to see what the pre-order numbers are like for PS6. I do think it will sell out simply because wanking scalpers will fucking take them. But I don't know if it's actually going to turn a profit. I don't know if it's going to be good. And a lot of these people who say, well, I don't care, I buy digital only. I look forward to you trying to find a fucking grand somewhere, buying the fucking thing, paying for your PS Plus, which is going to be potentially £100 a fucking year. And when PlayStation Network goes down, you can't play your fucking games. Suck a fucking dick. I have no fucking sympathy for you at that point. If this is what you are 100% okay with, and don't get me wrong, you can have that opinion, and that's like with digital, that's absolutely fine. But to not understand why we want R1, why we want physical, why we want choice is fucking batshit crazy to me. Like, I don't fucking understand that. I really... It's like I said earlier with the movie analogy. People like the choice of, oh, well, I don't have to go to the cinema because I'll just watch it on a streaming service. Okay, now it's not on a streaming service. Now it's not out on physical release. Now what are you going to fucking do? Oh, you're going to have to go to the cinema and pay what the fuck the cinemas charge. That's the fucking problem. Is that Sony will literally be like, right, you've paid £1,000 for our system. Thank you very much. You've paid £100 a year for our PS Plus. Thank you very much. So we've got Uncharted 4 for the third fucking time remastered. And we're going to charge you 120 quid for it. Is that going to be alright? No? Oh, well, tough shit. That's what it's going to be. Not happy. Not happy. It's going to fucking happen. It's already happening. And if anyone doesn't fucking believe me, you are fucking delusional. When it goes digital only, Sony, EA, Microsoft, Activision, all the fucking wankers will charge whatever the fuck they want. They will charge whatever the fuck they want. We're already seeing it with GTA charging £100 for the Ultimate Edition. They don't give a flying fuck about you. They want your money. And the quality of the games this generation hasn't, for the most part, hasn't been fucking great. There's been not much that's really blown my fucking socks off on the PS5. There's not many games where I'm like, man, fucking hell, I'm so glad I own a fucking PS5. It really hasn't. I haven't felt that way playing PS5. I really haven't. And it's fucking sad. It's really, really sad. It's been a waste of a generation. Barely anything has been worth a fuck on it. And I'm just so fucking glad that people are standing up for this. I really am. I don't think anything's going to happen. I think in the long run we're fucked. I'm just being real. But I am hopeful that something will get done. And I am hopeful that we'll get physical releases one way or another, even if it's limited run. And you best believe, like I said, if Resident Evil or Silent Hill or something really important to me is released physically, I am fucking buying it. In fact, a lot of the games I've got on PS Plus, I said to my brother yesterday, I'm very tempted to go and buy physical copies cheaper like CEX, just so I have them. In case they get pulled from the stores and shit. And unfortunately, I think physical media panic buying will happen now. I think panic buying will be a thing, and I think, unfortunately, that's the other thing. When the servers go down on those games and you can't play the fucking thing because you need a physical copy, the physical copies are going to be extortionate on eBay. So my attitude is buy it now when it's quite expensive, because it's only going to go up. Because you look at shit like prime example, you can't buy Deadpool on a digital media storefront now. You can't buy it on PlayStation Store. I have a physical copy over there. I don't know how much it's worth. In fact, let me go on eBay and see how much they're selling it for while I'm on the mic. I'm very curious. No. Deadpool PS4. Oh, fuck. Okay. So keep in mind, not a PS4 copy, a PS3 copy, £45. Retail price. Fucking thing came out 2013. If you want a PS4 copy, it is approximately $83.99. Someone is selling a new one for $260. £94, £83, £37 is the cheapest. I'm saying £94. It is being sold at an extortionate rate because there's demand. So the world's gone mad, and we need a gaming crash. We desperately need a gaming crash because it's the only way this shit's gonna get fucking fixed, and games will get better quality. Most of the games I fucking buy now are Japanese, made by Japanese developers, because they actually give a fuck and they do a good job. Anything from the Americans or the Canadians or whatever, most of it's fucking crap, rushed, made for money and nothing else. It's just sad. It's really fucking sad and depressing. And my favourite hobby is going down the shitter. It's absolutely going down the shitter. So I've ranted long enough. I've just realised I've been recording for 45 fucking minutes. If you want to get a PS6, you do you. It's your money. But don't come crying to us when the fucking shit don't work and you can't play your fucking games. Because you don't own them. You really think Sony's gonna let you plug in a fucking digital, like an external fucking disk drive to burn discs? Oh, they fuck. Steam lets you do that as a backup at least. You buy your games on GOG, you can burn discs of it. PC. I've already looked into this shit. I'm already considering Jan 2028. I may become a PC gamer officially, and it's very fucking sad that that's going to be the case. And unfortunately, then yeah, when I buy a new Resident Evil game or whatever, it's going to be digital. It's going to be digital. And I'm not fucking happy about that. Really not fucking happy about that. But it is what it is. And I will have to just play it by ear and see what happens. There's also emulation, although it's not perfect. But I got options. And if I have to play the PlayStation exclusives, that realistically I don't see the PlayStation exclusives being anything fucking mind-blowing for the rest of this generation. Or the rest of the fucking, or for the PS6 generation. It's going to be a lot of remakes and remasters. And I'll be fucking surprised if Naughty Dog gets their Intergalactic game out before the physical media fucking thing shuts off. I hope they get it out because I do want to play Intergalactic. I want to see what that's like. But I'm not fucking ecstatic about the future of PlayStation. I'm not going to lie. It's very bleak. The other thing, this is what I'll finish the thing on. PlayStation, that sector of Sony is the biggest money maker, the most profitable thing for them is PlayStation. Everything else is not as profitable as PlayStation. And they are potentially now going to shoot themselves right in the fucking foot and kill off the best fucking thing they have. Because people like me ain't paying $1,000 for a PS6, and we're not paying for it when we don't own our fucking games, and we have to pay whatever price Sony decides we're paying. When I have options like, at least on PC, there's more storefronts. You know, it's just I'm swapping the retailers of Amazon and Argos with Steam and GOG. But at least I have fucking options. If I have to have a digital-only future, I'm going to take my chances on PC. I'm going to upgrade, either buy a new PC or upgrade the existing one, whatever my brother recommends, and fucking go from there. But yeah, I'm not proud. I'm not proud of. Well, no, proud's not the right word. I'm not pleased that Sony's going this direction, but unfortunately, I think it is what it is, and we'll just have to wait and see what the future holds. But it's not looking good. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, I've ranted long enough. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. All the best. Bye.